everyone, welcome to our in-ring rundown. I am the NAKAK Double G, and all my fellow feature outlaws, you know this is the place to be. This week on Cena Men, Raw comes to us from Orlando, Florida, a town that definitely won't be underwater in 50 years if climate change has anything to do with it. And of course, with that looming notion over your head, we cut to a backstage brawl, and holy shit, Kurt Hawkins is on TV. Anyways, we cut backstage to a brawl that's happening between Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley, with all the shaky camera goodness of an 11-year-old making his first YouTube video. Finding its way to the ramp, the crowd eats it all up, demanding that they be left to fight, as the commentators add absolutely no indication or direction of to why this is happening, even though it's happening right in front of them, on the ramp, in front of them. So naturally, instead of any sort of resolution, John Cena appears immediately. Cena sparks the crowd up by declaring that WrestleMania season is coming soon, and if you don't step up, you will get left out. Cena declares that there's no way he's going to let that happen 2 years in a row, because he definitely didn't still have a match with The Undertaker last year. Cena knows that the Royal Rumble is the only golden ticket to WrestleMania, the willy to end all wonkos, but this cannot be just given to him, it must be earned. So immediately, John Cena enters himself into the Royal Rumble, because the universe has declared that once you've reached Super Saiyan Cena, all things are immediately earned. Drew McIntyre comes down the ramp with that oh-so-greasy hair, calling out Cena to a match, saying that he's been waiting for this moment for years, waiting for the moment to take Cena off his throne and claim it for his own. Now, I like Drew, and I want him to go far, but like a real American, when you start lying, I just can't let it slide.
Oh wait, no, I single-handedly dismantled the Shield.
Yes, you're definitely the one that shapeshifted into a mass of cancer cells and entered Roman Reigns' body. You're definitely the one that put a spell on Dean Ambrose, causing him to turn on Seth Rollins mere hours after that news was broken. Teach me your witchcraft, Drew. Oh, Drew, won't you come through? Cena, naturally, forgets where he is for a moment, and reflects on the events of one Priscilla Kelly.
Guys, I was feeling pretty good. Started the show with a brawl, came out here, amazing noise, you guys were into it. And then this. And now I'm sad.
Anyone else think Bloody Sunday would be a good name for that finisher? Lio Rush comes out and enters himself into the Royal Rumble match because here in WWE, things have to be earned, and then he expresses everyone's inner thoughts of the American people about this current government shutdown.
We're gonna get a lawyer. Do you hear me? We are going to get a lawyer if something doesn't get done.
Without warning, though, the backstage fight cloud makes its way back to the ramp, adding Dean Ambrose and John Cena to the mix this time. 5 people. I wonder if there will be a 6th. I wonder. Finn Balor to the rescue! Finn Balor to the rescue! Also, I refuse to fucking believe this happened!
Not done yet!
Time to fly!
Chaos rules on Raw!
Throw him to me. I'm serious, throw him to me. He's 200 pounds tops. I could catch him. I've seen John Cena lift up Big Show and Edge at the same frickin' time. He doesn't have splash damage when he jumps. Ugh! It's 5 people! So of course, we're given a 6-man tag team match that no one ever predicted, as Renee Young goes off script to talk about my channel.
It's hard to not to subscribe to what he's all about right now. He's on a roll right now.
See? Renee knows what's up. And then she reverts back to adorable cuteness.
And now Ambrose taking out his aggression on Finn Balor.
You want to talk about attitude.
Yeah, don't finish that line or anything. 29 minutes. Because I counted 29 minutes for 3 fucking commercial breaks. God damn. Between this and the, 6-man impromptu tag team matches, I sure as hell can't handle all this new era shit. Finn Balor hits Dean Ambrose with a coup de grace, as Drew McIntyre lays him out with a beautiful big boot, causing this level 99 referee to activate.
Power with a Claymore kick! Balor, I believe.
Most dangerous man in WWE cowers to that of only the striped black and white. Seth Rollins explodes from post to post, with super kicks and moonsaults aplenty, as Michael Cole promises that in 2019, Seth promises to burn it down, whatever the fuck that means. Seth picks up the victory over Dean with a curb stomp that was basically hit as Dean was standing upright, as the people in the promotional van start randomly hitting buttons, causing Triple H to appear on the Titantron during his weekly tea time with Bayley and Sasha. Seth gets furious because Triple H wasn't willing to wait for his match to end, as he wanted all the crumpets, storming off into the back to demand that Triple H give him his Intercontinental title rematch versus Dean Ambrose tonight, to which he is given as long as he promises to spoon with Triple H later on. Next up is a tribute to me. Woo! My God, Gene! Hosted by the one and only Hulk Hogan, a man who hasn't been seen on WWE TV in years after all the controversy surrounding his after-sex racist video, all of which came crashing down, causing it to hurt inside every WWE fan for nearly half a decade. Now, I personally was sad about Mean Gene. He was by far my favorite announcer in the olden days. And Hulk Hogan comes out to a surprisingly decent pop, a better reaction than I was expecting. And while there isn't really any jokes to make here, I had to wonder if this guy was just really angry inside or if he was just yawning for an exceptionally long time. Like I said, there's not much to make fun of here. It was a really good segment, and if you're a fan of Mean Gene, you should definitely check it out. We come back from the commercial break with the ring surrounded by a bunch of tag teams because holy shit, lumberjack matches are all the rage, as we're treated to a rematch for the tag team championships between Glorious Gable and the Revival, which manages to make us both happy and sad at the same time. Happy that the four men inside the ring are very capable and fun to watch. Sad that all of the men outside of the ring have about as many victories as James Ellsworth.
Wilder now legal.
Expert tag team work by the Revival. Blind tag applied. Look at this. Oh!
That's not a move. No. I'm sorry. You don't just get to head scissors someone and then lightly set them down as if you never grappled them in the first place. Gable's cheating. He's cheating. Now, I'd like to say this was a back and forth match, but the truth is, Glorious Gable dominated much of it, leading up to a back and forth sequence of pins that make no sense, as you could hear a pin drop because the crowd makes no noise. Glorious Glutes picks up the win over the Revival, screwing them in the process because Scott Dawson's leg was hooked under the rope. But before they leave the ring, they grab the mic and enter themselves into the Royal Rumble because they definitely just earned it. If you ever need someone to sell the importance of a match, Corey has got you covered.
It's all going
They're
down
going to
tonight.
end this thing tonight, and one of these two men might as well too. Elias and Baron Corbin.
I mean, yeah, sure. Shit. Might as well. Elias appears in the middle of the ring, immediately entering himself into the Royal Rumble, as well as to grace us all with his presence and playing a good old dang old diddly. But he lets one slip and reveals his opinion of the job that Donald Trump has been doing as president.
Now, as I was reflecting over my 2018, as I'm sure you all did, I began to weep uncontrollably.
Baron Corbin comes down the ramp, and just like Vince during any conversation about the Revival, he claims that he just cannot handle another performance. As the match begins, though, the commentators argue whether or not Corbin would be capable of playing in Hollywood movies, as Corey reveals this very bold statement.
The lone wolf would be a glorious phoenix.
$10 says Corbin would still be contractually obligated to go, Scott, every 20 minutes and be crippled by a headache. Renee Young gets her ass handed to her by Corey.
Such speed for a big man.
He's very quick when nobody's looking.
Everyone in the arena was looking, Renee.
I gotta side with Graves on this one. You set yourself up bad, girl. The crowd blares away with chants of, "You got fired," as they watch an employed man wrestle inside the ring and make more in one night than 99% of them will ever make in their entire life. As Renee Young reveals the secret 9th season of Mary Louise Parker's masterpiece.
Corbin is in the weeds.
CM Punk chants fill the arena as this exciting match is reaching its conclusion, which is given to Corbin, who picks up the victory, a clean as a whistle victory, by a sweet-ass end of days. Corey Graves and Renee Young, top fucking tier commentary.
You are ridiculous. All that matters is your name in the win column. You're
Brutal.
Dean Ambrose is seen backstage pacing back and forth like a muppet, telling the WWE Universe that he is the only man he trusts, that 6-man tag team matches are unnatural, and that he is the last line of defense versus the evil Seth Rollins. My only concern is that the obvious moral compass of the WWE can't seem to get an entrance theme with something more than just random sirens playing off in the background. God, I'm sick of it. Braun Strowman comes out next for his face-to-face with the Beast, Brock Lesnar. So naturally, Majin Buu and Bobbity are backstage instead, causing us to endure this really weird split-screen segment where Braun looked at the camera instead of the Titantron, even though 99.9999999% of other promos where they could have just looked at the Titantron, they looked at the Titantron. All the while delivering lines in an attempt to go Brock Lesnar into a match with a ferocity and believability of that of a Pixar villain. If this is the definition of a new era promo segment, I'm willing to go back.
That's it?
Nope, definitely not awkward. Eventually, Brock does make his way down to the ring to give us that face-to-face that he promised. And you know what he does? He circles the ring, he smiles at Braun, And then he walks away. Fuck! Jinder Mahal comes out next and immediately declares himself in the Royal Rumble match. Why? Because Alicia says he's earned it. And he does his best to incorporate the crowd into his breathing exercises with them. Well, uh-oh, the Alicia Foxatron begins to malfunction and she just can't stop getting her legs back and forth.
Shanti!
Wait, hold on, Alicia, hold on.
Shanti!
Jinder cuts probably the best promo he's ever done, as he attempts to insult all the bearded women in the crowd, as the racial quota mix-max tag team challenge begins against Ember Moon and Apollo Crews. I almost fucked that up. And literally 2 minutes later or so, they pick up the victory, as Alicia Fox takes the eclipse with a selling power that of The Rock. Next, we are treated to a moment of bliss. A new talk show hosted by Amazon's Alexa, who is interviewing Ronda Rousey, asking her about her landmark year and where she's headed in 2019. Ronda Rousey says that she can't look to the past, that she must only pursue the future, pursue all challenges, and chase her limits with a vengeance. Which means, of course, she's going to abandon any storyline she had with Charlotte or Becky, and immediately tell everyone that the unsung hero of Raw is Sasha Banks, someone who hasn't been champion in over a year, and spent most of last year in an on-again, off-again, back-and-forth romance with Bayley. I mean, she's good, but it's just kind of random. When all of a sudden Nia Jax forgets that she isn't backstage staring at the mirror reflecting on her own career. Nia confronts Ronda, saying that she can't just forget about her, that they have unfinished business, and Sasha definitely does not deserve that title rematch, even though Nia definitely just lost a month ago completely clean. Sasha Banks makes her way out, immediately entering herself into the men's Royal Rumble match because Ronda said she earned it, thanking her for the kind words and accepting her challenge for the title. Nia don't like that too much, and she hits Sasha with this brilliant and masterful retort.
There is a 300.5 ounce Samoan standing right in front of you that can rip your face off.
I don't fucking think so. We come back from the commercial break that definitely didn't kill the momentum of this segment to a match between Sasha and Nia to determine the #1 contender for the Raw Women's title against Ronda Rousey, as Michael Cole's love of boss time just causes his commentary skills to skyrocket.
So nonetheless, it's a Sasha Banks and preemptive strike. Look at Sasha Banks.
Midway through the match, Nia has Sasha up on her shoulders, and instead of doing an actual wrestling maneuver, she just drops her on her neck against the rope, because she's not like most girls. Most girls actually finish the wrestling maneuver. Luckily for us, though, Bayley neutralizes Tamina by becoming a Luigi spontaneous misfire missile, as Sasha Gator rolls someone 3 times her size into the middle of the ring and picks up the victory with the bank statement. The main event of the evening is a Falls Count Anywhere match between Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental Championship. Dean comes out first because he is the champion with his stupid fucking sirens again, but Seth is sick of hearing them as much as I am, so he attacks him immediately down the ramp to start this match, which I 100% agree with. This leads to them going backstage, where Seth somehow suddenly sees through solid steel and tries to push an entire staircase into Dean Ambrose and trying to injure him severely. Seth lays on the punishment for the majority of this match, giving us oh so many of those beautiful Dean pain faces. But near the end, Bobby Lashley appears and pulls Seth out of the ring as he was about to pick up the victory with a curb stomp. Being the face commentator that she is, Renee Young does a spectacular job of hiding how happy she is that a heel just did something in this match.
Who the hell? Bobby Lashley! Are you kidding me?
Oh my God!
Bobby Lashley puts down Seth Rollins with the Dominates No One, as Dean Ambrose does his best impression of a Looney Tune slowly crawling to get the victory.
And the official can do nothing but watch and then count if Ambrose gets into the cover.
Bobby Lashley and Leo Rush pick up a mic and enter themselves into the Royal Rumble because the ref says they earned it, and then they proceed to put Seth through the almighty table with the almightiest, laziest choke slam that's he's basically just picking him up and pushing him down through the table to end the show. The almighty! Did we say it enough? And that's it for this week's episode, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you all for watching. Tune in next week as I try to attempt to make puking noises even 1/10 as obnoxious as Nia Jax did today. I'm sure it'll be This week on X Cenas, Raw comes to us from Orlando, California. That is wrong. Seth gets furious that Triple H wasn't willing to wait, as he wanted all the crumpets. They screwed the Revival in the process because Spock Dawson. I am Commander Spock. Seth Rollins explodes from coast to coast. It's post to post. Lays him out with a beautiful big boot, causing this level 99 activate. The main event of the evening is a Falls Count. All the while,
fucking grind.